What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. Today, I don't have no clips for y'all. It's just gonna be me and you, personal session, talking one-on-one about little old prison fighting. That's it. Top 5 reasons why people fight in lockup. Someone asked me, do you have to fight? Short answer to that is no. You ain't gotta fight nothing. You ain't gotta swing a single fist. But chances are you will. And these are the 5 reasons why you might just do so. Number 1, just being annoyed by someone. Have you ever had a best friend and you weren't really annoyed by him until you spent too much time with him? Or they came and lived with you and then you realize, damn, I can't live with this fool. Yeah, he's my best friend, but he's got to get the hell out of here. Same thing goes for lockup. You're already going through a stressful situation. So when you start getting really annoyed by someone, chances are you're going to fire off on them. I strongly suggest that you don't lose control, especially if you think you're going to lose the fight. I've seen a lot of guys get annoyed, not because they're living with them or they're cellies, but this was in a dorm setting. Now there's rows of bunks and the bunks are so close to each other. If you were to talk to your friend at his bunk, chances are about 3 or 4 other bunks are going to hear it. That's another huge thing you got to worry about, man. All them birdies listening to what you're saying. But let's say you're in your bunk sleeping and someone comes over to the bunk next to you and starts kicking it with his best friend. They start getting loud, active, rambunctious right next to you when you're trying to chill and relax. Got the radio jumping, chances are you're getting annoyed. Well, this is a very real situation. Someone was getting annoyed for everything that I just explained to you. The dude got so annoyed, he couldn't take it no more that he said something to him, snapped on him, screamed at him. He didn't throw no fists, he just screamed at him. In lockup, you can't just sit there and scorn people like they're little children. Nah, this guy got dusted off just as fast as he stood up. His nickname the next day was Willie Lump Lump. And the crazy thing about it, he fought someone that was probably like 4'3". This dude was so damn tiny, but God, he put hands on his ass. Next, number 2 on the list is food. Everybody's starving in lockup. You don't think there's gonna be some fights over food? As a matter of fact, the very first fight I ever got into in adult jail was over food. Brownies with little peanuts, little Debbie peanuts. There's only 2 reasons really why you'll fight over food. 1, you're in the mix, you're gambling, and the money when it comes down to gambling in lockup is food. If you ain't got the food, which is the money, chances are you're gonna be fighting. Number 2, you'll probably be fighting over your food if someone's trying to rob you. And over here in Virginia, that's like a normal occurrence. And that's kind of like the story I'm about to tell you right now. The first fight I got into was over a brownie. I fall into the bracket of being in the mix. I was gambling some brownies with this guy and I lost. In jail, once I learned how to play cards, I was gambling nonstop. It killed time faster than anything else that I've experienced in lockup. In this particular time, I believe I was playing a card game called Casino. I was playing one-on-one with someone. And we were doing this for weeks, and I think he got transferred to trustee, but I owed him a couple brownies. And as he was leaving the block, he screams to me, hey, give those brownies to so-and-so. Well, when that guy left the block, dude came over to my cell and said, hey, let me get those brownies that you owed to homeboy. You heard what he said when he left. Long story short, after going back and forth over stipulations on why I should pay that man, my standpoint never changed. I'm not giving him the brownies if that guy left the block. The debt's dead. That's what I told him. The debt's dead, bro. You weren't the one sitting here day in, day out playing cards with me. And it can go both ways. You could pay the guy the brownies and respect the man's wishes and still not look like a punk or anything like that. It could go either way. Unfortunately for me, I'm 18 and I'm still grimy as shit. I'm not giving him no damn brownies. Anyways, he threatened to go in my cell and grab him up. I said, go right ahead. Long story short, dude went into the cell, grabbed the brownies, and keep this in mind, I'm 18. This guy's like 43. Double my size. But this is a very important moment for me in lockup. This is going to set the momentum for the blocks that you might go to later on down the road. Are you going to allow this guy to literally walk into your cell, take your brownies, and go eat them? I didn't even have to think about it, man. Ain't nobody stealing from me on the streets, and ain't nobody going to steal from me in lockup. So as soon as he comes out the cell, I piece him up 3 times, direct shots to the nose. He starts leaking everywhere. Everywhere he's leaking. Finally, we get to grappling. He puts me in a headlock that I'll never forget. This guy was squeezing my head so damn hard I thought the jaw was going to pop out my head. So I'm in this headlock, jaw's about to pop out the socket. I've tried everything to dump him. It ain't happening. This guy's heavier than me, taller than me. He's putting all his weight on me. There's nothing I could do. Blood dropping all over me. That was another thing I was paranoid about after the fight. You're never paranoid about it during. But when you're done, you're like, damn. This guy could have had AIDS or anything, man. You know, that shit was just dropping all over you. But anyways, I'm in this tight-ass headlock, and the only thing I had left to do was reach up and pull 2 cornrows clean out his scalp. One was ripped out completely. The other one was ripped out like halfway. So it was like it was still in place on one part, and the other part was like hanging out. But that was the end of it. You know, a couple people kind of broke it up after that. We cleaned up all the blood, and no one got caught. The next day, I felt like a pure boss when the guy came out of his cell. He had raccoon eyes, and he was missing 2 cornrows. My first fight over some damn brownies. So don't say you won't fight over no food. You never know until you go through it. Number 3, and I have a personal fight story to go with this one as well. One of the few luxuries you have in lockup is the phone. I'm on the phone talking to my old lady and we're arguing. We're already arguing. Shit's not going good. And I can barely hear because everyone behind me is acting like a wild animal. Loud as shit. I can't hear nothing. But this was a 10-cell block with 2 people in each one and a couple people on the floor. So it was really packed in a small ass cell block. Like I said, I was already on edge, but they were being so damn loud and disrespectful that I couldn't even hear what she was saying to me. So finally I dropped the phone and I square up with the guy that's being the loudest. And this is some young ass guy is in there for murder. I'll never forget him. We ended up being cool after this. But anyways, I squared up with him. And I'll never forget, I flinched at him. You know, flinched at him like that to see what he would do. And instant, he didn't flinch. He didn't flinch at all. The only thing he did was fire off on me instantly. Popped me right in my goddamn teeth. He hit me square in my teeth the first punch. I'll never forget. This tooth right here, it pushed back. It was literally... It was pushed all the way back. I don't know how this thing's even still hanging in there. But anyways, I pushed it back in place later on down the road, and it never came out. But dude fire off on me. We started swinging right there on the spot, and we lock up in the bars. I push him up against the bars, and I grab the bars. I'm trying to headbutt him, and they roll the bars. The sergeant and the goon squad comes, and they roll the bars, and my arm is locked into the back of the arms, keeping him at bay while I'm trying to headbutt him and stuff. And when they roll the bars, my arm gets stuck in the bars. I can't move. So I'm screaming, roll the bars. My arm's in the bars, roll the bars. It wasn't really hurting too bad, but, you know, at the time, I thought my arm was going to break or something. So they re-roll the bars. We get to fighting again. They come in and start macing us. Long story short, I did some time in the hole, and so did he. I got out first, actually. As I'm leaving, I can see him looking out of his window. I give him a little head nod, and he head nods back. We were good after that. Seen him a couple times later on down the road. No issues, but the phone, man. Number 4, the TV. I've seen so many people get their head cracked behind that damn TV. It's unreal. People get selfish with the TV, especially the ones where they let you have the remote in the block. There's always someone that's going to take that remote to the cell and keep it hostage. The only thing that's going to be on that TV from then on out is BET, Sports, Maury, and Jerry Springer. People are hoping and praying that guy gets up out the block soon so they can watch something else. But I have seen a situation exactly like that. Guy was handcuffing the damn remote. Someone got tired and fed up with it and went over there and fought the dude. They both got taken out the hole and the remote was free again. And another crazy time I seen someone get beat up over the TV was because he threw water on it. I can almost guarantee you will see a situation like this in jail. Someone's frustrated they can't get the remote, they're tired of watching the shows, they'll threaten to throw water on the TV. I'll break this whole damn TV right now, keep testing me. It happens all the time, but this particular time someone dumped water on the TV, no one could believe it. No one could believe this guy actually did it. Because he definitely ain't got no hands, but he did it. After the group of guys that handcuffed the remote and lived off of the TV witnesses, well, like I said, he got his ass beat. Got his ass beat decent. But the guys that beat him up kept it solid because they had to call the COs in there to get a new TV. CO asked what happened to the TV. They said it just stopped. Started smoking out of nowhere. But the guy that got beat up in the middle of the night, he ended up riding a kite and getting out the block. That's usually what happens when people get beat up. They might not leave right then, but when you go to sleep, everyone's sleeping, they'll check out. Next morning, you'll see their bunk completely open. Oh, damn, he got up out of there quick, didn't he? Number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the damn TV. I've seen so many people getting fights over that thing. Now, before we get into the last one, keep this in mind. There's many other things that could cause a fight and lock up. These are just the most popular and common to me. But for number 5, this could go for the streets, men, women, anyone. Pride. The majority of fights I've seen in lockup was behind someone's pride issue. Y'all might have gotten into an argument and dudes saying some pretty harsh words. Sticks and stones, right? Not so much in prison. You say some harsh words to someone, chances are y'all are gonna be fighting. It just depends on the words, I guess. But, you know, you could be doing a push-up contest with someone. You win. And you're over there showboating like hell, telling dude he's some trash. That could mess with his pride a little bit, and it could be turned up to another level. Y'all could both be right there on the bars, macking on the same nurse, and all of a sudden your homeboy says some crazy shit to put you down in front of her. Homeboy has a pride issue. Shit's about to escalate. It's like the saying goes, pride before a man's downfall. Ever seen Training Day? Denzel's at the end of the road. He ain't getting that bag of money from Ethan Hawke. I think his name was Ethan in the movie too. I don't know. It wasn't Ethan Hawke. But right before Denzel's downfall, what was he doing? He was boasting about himself. He was being prideful. I put all y'all on lockdown 23-1. Do you know who I am? You know, and that's what happens in a lot of guys' minds when shit's starting to hit the fan. They say to themselves, man, this can't happen to me. Look at me. Look who I am. There ain't no way I'll allow this guy to do this to me. There ain't no way I'll allow that guy to carry me like that. I strongly believe the mind is the devil's playground, ladies and gentlemen. You can interpret something to look really worse than what it really is in your mind. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the top 5 reasons why you might get in a fight and lock up. All you ex-convicts out there, let me know if you concur in the comments section below. And if there's any other popular reasons that someone might get their head cracked to the white meat, feel free to let us know. Go check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go check out Teespring. Got a new t-shirt design up. Don't Get Smoked is the title of that legendary t-shirt. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I salute every last one of you been supporting me since the beginning. And everybody who's just now joining the lockdown compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.